Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by 3 Hues Painting Studio. Come paint, sip, and party at 3 Hues. Visit our website today at 3hueshouston.com. Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
Everybody, welcome back to another episode of All Things Beauty. I am your host, S. Murray, and Deshawn is not with us today, but I have a special guest with us today. This lady probably doesn't need no introduction, but I want to read one anyway. So she was born in Houston, Texas. I'm just kidding. Everybody, welcome Maggie Noel.
Hi.
Hey, Maggie, how you doing?
Fantastic. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Welcome to the show. How was your day today?
Today was another amazing work day at the office.
Oh, yeah.
Making transformations and making women happy. So, but at the end of the day, I like to say that you'll never have to work a day in your life if you're doing what you love. And that's what I'm definitely finding myself doing, and that's something that I love.
Oh, wow.
So it was a fun day.
It was a fun day at work.
Okay.
Right. And how was your drive over?
Well, let's see. I left the office at 5:15, so right in that Houston 5 o'clock traffic. It wasn't too fun, but it's okay. Once I got over, I think past like the A-Leaf area, it was smooth sailing, so drive wasn't too bad.
All right, good. Awesome. So let's talk about what you have on your lips today. What are you wearing?
So traditionally, I am a MAC Ruby Woo girl. I think that's like the go-to, goes with anything, just the classic red lip.
Yes.
But as of recently, I've actually started really getting into this Kat Von D. I don't know if you've seen any of her products or her lip stuff, but man, you put that stuff on and it's there until the next week probably. It's really, really good stuff. And they have some really, really cool colors too. But I've just picked up Outlaw and this one that I brought today. It's called Malice.
Okay, show the people in the camera what you got. Kat Von D. And where'd you pick that one up for?
So I got this one at Sephora.
Okay.
So she has her line at Sephora, and then this is just the MAC Ruby Woo classic red. Goes with everything.
So did you mix the two?
You can. I did not. I just have on my Ruby Woo, but I just went. Look, you said bring some lip, and I said let me pull out my new arsenal. So I've added to the weapon list. But I love the line. It's beautiful. They have some really nice fall colors too. So I can't wait for fall.
I know that's right. And for me today, I am wearing Lime Crime, and it is also a liquid lipstick as well, and they also last a really, really long time. Lime Crime had a sale for Memorial Day. Yes, child, $5. Hello.
I like Lime Crime. I actually ordered from them before. I had the Salem. It's like a brown color.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Love it.
It's $5.
Yeah.
And so this particular color is called True Love. And it is kind of like a really neonic, grab you in your face type of color.
Rare.
Yeah. And I wanted to wear it today because I was wearing kind of a matching top. So I was like, you know what? Let me pull out my new little Lime Crime so the people can see maybe they might want to get into
And
it.
where did you get it? Online?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
limecrime.com.
man.
Yes, child.
I'll be visiting
You will
after the show.
Okay. So yes, guys, we have Maggie on with us today, and oh my God, I'm just gonna tell you right now, I was just so excited to have you on because I've seen a lot of your specials and stuff like that, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's probably not gonna even want to do the show because this is like,
Oh, please.
But yes, I wanted to talk about microblading brows. Right, it's like one of the newest phenomenon, almost seems like, with brows that people are getting into, and I thought it would be really, really good show that the viewers would want to see. So tell us, well, first of all, before we even get into microblading, tell us, how did you even get started in this?
So my whole, I guess, really what people know me for before even the microblading, is a lot of people know me for my golf. I actually grew up in the city of Houston playing golf. I'm talking about since the tender age of 6 years old, all the way through high school, played on the high school teams, pretty much was the high school team. Then I got a scholarship at the University of North Texas, played there, and then played professionally afterwards.
Oh, wow.
Which we were kind of chit-chatting about a little bit before the show. But I played on a couple of tours, been in and out of different states and touring and just playing on different mini tours. Tried for the big tour, the LPGA tour. That didn't quite work out. I had some anxiety issues that I've kind of developed while I was in college. So after I played, I actually decided to jump on the teaching side of it. And so when I was teaching, I kind of, I was doing it, and then not that I lost interest in it, but I've always been a girly girl. You told me to bring my lipstick. I already knew which one I was going to bring.
Okay.
So I was always a girly girl, really into cosmetics, really into beauty, into hair, into enhancements or whatever, you name it. I was into it. But I was always in golf clothes. I was always sweaty. I was always had grass on my ankles, dirt on my ankles, and just always nasty and gross. And one summer, it just kind of hit me, Maggie, you're a businesswoman. Like, you have other businesses besides your golf. Why not start a new business in the beauty world, or whether it's a service or a product or whatever it may be? Jump into it, because you've kind of got a niche for it. You're into it. That's something that you really and truly enjoy to do. So I came across microblading actually through one of my tax clients.
Okay.
She told me about it, and before I could say anything else, I was like, girl, what's the girl's number? Where do I go? How do I sign up? Because I had eyebrow issues. So it was something that I needed. So when I went and made my appointment and I went and got my eyebrows done, I was like, man, this might be what it is that I want to do in the beauty world. And even as a little girl, it's funny because funny story is, in high school, I actually used to carry around a pair of tweezers in my backpack and do girls' eyebrows in the bathrooms, charge them $5. Hey, life full circles around, and now here I am doing it again, charging them a lot more.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was very interesting that I've always had a thing for brows. And so it was originally just supposed to be a hobby, just something to do for fun, just maybe on the weekend, maybe a person here and there. Listen, I put it out there that what I was doing, and I was booked literally 2 months out my first week in business.
Wow.
So golf lessons became minimal. Started taking less and less golf lessons because microblading was still new, and it is still new. And there's a lot of women out there that have eyebrow issues.
Yes.
And so once people really started to see this new technique and see the benefits of it, people were making appointments, and people were asking questions, and people were coming through the door. And I was like, all right, this is no longer a hobby. This is actually a business. I need to actually turn this into...
Okay. So you didn't go right into Mpressive?
No, I didn't go right into it, but it happened fast.
Okay.
It happened very fast.
Okay. So how long has Mpressive been?
Mpressive Faces has now been in business just over a year.
Wow.
Yep. Last summer. Yeah.
And to have seen on all these newscasts and Deborah Duncan and all of this.
Yep. We've been on Fox. We've been on Deborah Duncan. We've been on News Fix with Kai Meyer. We've been in the Houston Chronicles, Lux Life magazine. We've been on Channel 13. We've been all over the place.
And now you're on the Sphere.
And now I'm on the Sphere. Hello. And I personally have done quite a few radio personalities. JJ, Debbie Dev. I did Deborah Duncan's eyebrows.
Wow.
I did Kai Myers' eyebrows. I did a couple, local celebrities and a lot of, people that a lot of people knew. And I actually did Joy Sewing of the Houston Chronicle as well. So I've done a lot, and a couple of the Texans and Rockets' wives and mothers.
Girl.
Yes. And within that year. Yes.
Talk about blow up.
Blow up. Gonna blow up.
Wow. I mean,
Yes.
so did it hit you like, you was like, what happened?
Listen, all I remember was I knew something was taking a turn in the atmosphere when I started to realize that I could not answer my phone anymore because I was always in an appointment.
Wow.
So something was like, Maggie, it's time to hire somebody. Like, now you need some help. So when I got to that point, that's when I knew, okay, this is for real. This is okay. We got to actually make this a real business and actually get in the office and hire some people. So that's what we did.
Well, I'm glad you're talking about business over there. This portion of the show is sponsored by 3 Hues. Come paint, sip, and party at 3 Hues. Join a party or book or what you say? Oh, I thought he was talking to me. No, okay. Join a party or book your own private event for kids or adults. Let 3 Hues help you create your masterpiece on canvas step by step. A painting party is perfect for any occasion, a church function, wedding, showers, team building, Girl Scouts, earning their badge, date night, birthdays, or anything you want to do just to have fun. Ask them about their summer camp programs, kids clubs, and even special events, and maybe even wine and glass pairing. Did I mention 3 Hues is mobile? Yes, you can go to the studio or they can come to you. So visit their website today, 3HuesHouston.com.
Those painting parties are fun, by the way.
Are there?
Yes, I've been to 3 Hues. Yes, absolutely.
This world is way too small.
Way too small. Let me tell you, I hosted, it was my boyfriend's birthday party. I hosted with 3 Hues, and we did because his birthday's on Halloween. So we did a spooky themed paint party. So it is a lot of fun.
All right. Well, thank you for that tidbit. Hey. So before we get into micro, I wanted to also talk about being an entrepreneur as far as Black women. Talk to me about have you had any hard falls? Have you had any trouble? Any, things as far as getting the business off the ground?
With Mpressive Faces, not so much. I mean, as a woman and as a somebody who can be a walking billboard for my business.
That is true.
It wasn't so much with that. With the golf, it was, though. Because in that world and in that realm, you are a minority, okay, as number one as a player, but more importantly as an instructor. I'm a female, I'm young, I am African American, and we all know golf is mainly not a Black sport,
right?
So a lot of my clients were older white males, and so I kind of had to prove myself there. And I did, and which is why I was in Golf Digest, but that's another show.
I saw you were ranked for the
Yes, I was voted 2 years in a row by Golf Digest as one of the best instructors in the world.
Come on,
not
somebody.
the world. Let me rewind. Okay, I'm claiming it, but not the world, in the country.
Wow, that's impressive.
But for Mpressive Faces, again, I was a walking billboard. I know that there's a lot of women out there that don't have eyebrows, and I was one of them. So I can just easily tell my story. My before and after pictures sell themselves.
That's true.
So in that area, not so much, which was a great thing and a blessing. So thank you.
Yes. Wow. Well, so let's go ahead and get into segment 2 about what microblading is. We want to tell the people what exactly microblading is, but before you answer that question, Facebook, this ends our segment with Facebook. So if you want to see what microblading is, Facebook, you have to tune in tomorrow for the rest of the show. We ask you to subscribe to the show on all major platforms. That's iTunes, Google Play Store, Stitcher. What else we got? We got the website. What Gary said over there? SoundCloud. We have it all. And then don't forget to review the show. Let us know how we're doing. And because we love to hear your feedback. And if there's anything you need us to review, we'd love to hear that too as well. Don't forget to share. And then did you know that you can donate as well? Yes, the donate website is www.thesphere.tv/donate. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow. And what am I looking at? Felicia, before we go. Priscilla, I'm sorry. She said, I got my brows done by Maggie. I love them.
Hey, Priscilla.
She said she can't wait for her
Yay.
touch-up. We're going to talk about touch-ups
Absolutely.
and the types of customers, who's it good for and things like that. We'd like to thank Faith, Phyllis, and Leslie for watching. And see you tomorrow, guys. Bye. All right, so let's talk about what is microblading. Tell the people what it is, because everybody is like, cool.
Microblading, in a nutshell, is probably the best thing since sliced bread.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay.
Well, we all know that the brows are the frame to the face. Without the brows, the face looks blank. So what microblading is, it's the more natural alternative to the eyebrow tattooing. We all know and hate the old traditional brows that we've all seen. The solid block.
Oh, God, can't stand it.
The Auntie May.
Yes.
The old, looks like a Sharpie.
Yes,
Okay?
I can't stand
Looks like
it.
a Sharpie. So what that is traditionally, that's more of a traditional tattoo. Okay, so that's a solid color. So what microblading is, we use a blade to manually make these hair-like strokes in the eyebrow area. Okay, so it's gonna, number one, it's gonna hopefully look like the natural flow of hair.
Yes.
If you have hair already, it should blend right in and create a fuller appearing eyebrow. If you have no eyebrows like this, like the lady in the picture. She had absolutely nothing, like maybe a couple of strands of hair. She wanted something bigger and bolder for her face.
Okay.
So what we need to do was to go and manually create hair strokes that looks like how her hair would naturally flow. So it does look a lot more natural with people who have eyebrows. But if you are somebody that does not have eyebrow hairs, we can give you the illusion of actually having a real eyebrow.
So so my question is, everyone has a different shaped face. Everyone
Absolutely.
don't want thick. So how do you customize the brow?
So hopefully whenever you get your eyebrows done, if it's not by me, there's a way to measure the brows. Okay. To correctly measure the brow to get the shape that's made for the client's face. Okay. Aside from the measurements, I ask my clients, what are their goals? What do they want to achieve? What look are they going for? Are they looking for a bold look? Are they going for a thin look? Are they wanting a higher arch? McDonald's arches. I joke with my clients. Not necessarily that nobody's walked out with McDonald's arches. Okay. But I'll ask them, what's your preference? Okay. So unfortunately, a lot of times when people come into the studio, they'll say, oh, I saw this brow you did online, or I saw this picture in a magazine. Number one, if you see a picture in a magazine, it's probably pencil. Okay. Number two, the problem with putting somebody else's brow on you. Number one, you can't really. We can't copy and paste brows.
That's true.
But I'll educate my clients on that. And I won't necessarily shut their dreams down and say, no, you can't have that brow. But I'll ask them, what about this brow do you like? How it looks fluffy here, or how it's thick here, or how the tail does this. But at the end of the day, proper measurement is going to give you the brow for that client's face. The rest is preference.
Okay. So I know when we were talking at the store, I had asked you, people call it 3D, HD. What is the difference between all those?
They're all the same. 3D, microblading, embroidery, you've heard it called.
Oh, God, no.
Tattoo, eyebrow tat, the real looking brows, whatever you want to, it's all the same.
Okay.
It's all the same.
Okay. So when I've seen the 3D brow, it normally has such a stark finish. Is that a natural, is that always?
So are you talking about the tail, or are you talking about
the beginning?
The beginning. So usually in the front of the brow, we try to be a little bit more sparse with the strokes. Okay. Because that's where the brow is going to appear more realistic. Okay. A lot of times too, people prefer to look a little bit lighter in the front and then kind of ombres and gets darker.
Like hers here.
Exactly. So it starts a little bit lighter in the front and then gets a little darker in the tail of the brow.
Okay.
That's a preference. That's something that somebody would prefer. Some people like it to look boxy and square in the front.
They like that?
They like it. Some people like it. Some people like it. Some people will say, give me the square round like we're getting our nails done. Okay. And some people will say, give me the more natural look in the front. I usually like to persuade my clients to go the natural route because you can always pencil the extra stuff.
That's true.
But some people are like, no, I box them every single day and that's how I want them. I'm like, you're paying, you get what you want.
Wow. So how long does it typically last?
So microblading typically lasts, and I explain this to my clients too, typically lasts between 8 months to about 24 months.
Wow.
Give and take a couple of things though.
Okay.
Ultimately, what determines how long it lasts is number one, the client's ability to follow the aftercare.
Okay.
I don't need you going to sweat and work out and right after you get your eyebrows tattooed, jumping in the ocean or just doing too much. And then of course, not applying your ointment. Secondly, is going to be the client's skin type. So how oily or how dry you are.
Okay.
An oilier person may fade their pigment a lot sooner than somebody who has drier skin.
Okay.
And then lastly is going to be that client's activities. Okay, how active they are. Sun, sweat, beach. And then any type of medications or health factors that they may be having, or any type of medication that promotes exfoliating of the skin is going to cause the pigment to fade at a faster rate also. But typically about 8 to 24 months.
Okay. So walk us through. Well, before you walk us through, tell us, you wanted to talk about also who are good candidates for getting microblading. Who would you recommend, or the type of client?
So really good candidates for microblading are going to be not necessarily just women, men also. People who just have thin brows, who've overplucked them over the years, or overwaxed them, went to the nail shops and just did too much. You're going to have people who have unruly brows, just all over the place, who have uneven brows and they want to make them a little bit more sisterly. Instead of distant relatives. Then you're going to have your clients who lost their eyebrows due to health issues. Cancer is huge. People who do radiation, chemotherapy, they lose their hair. Alopecia. Alopecia is the autoimmune disease where the body attacks all the good cells. Hair being one of them. So it just attacks all their hair cells, makes them lose their eyelashes, eyebrows, hair on their heads, everywhere. And clients too who have trichotillomania. A lot of people don't know what that is, but it's very real. I myself suffer from it, and what it is basically it's an anxiety disorder. Where we pull our hair to relieve stress. It's a coping mechanism, and it's very relieving. I started this in the 6th grade. If you can imagine being one of the best golfers in the city, that's a lot of pressure.
That is
for
a lot of
little
pressure.
Girl.
How did you? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead.
So I started pulling out of my hair out of my legs, and that trickled into pulling hair out of my head. It's a lot better now. I'm not crazy anymore. But it is very real. And one of those sources of pulling is the eyebrow. So people pull hair out of their eyebrows. I've had several clients who pull hair out of their eyebrows. But it's called Trick. You can look it up. You can Google it. It's real. I can attest to it. But people need microblading to fix it.
Wow. So it seems like you have a lot of good candidates out there. It's just besides the normal person who just don't want to do their brows every day, you have people out there with medical issues that
absolutely
need that could use this particular product.
And then there's people who have full brows and just want it filled in. So you don't have to be somebody who has no eyebrows. There are people who just have like certain gaps or certain little spots, beautiful brows already, and they just want it cleaned up nice and pristine. That's it.
Wow. Talk about knocking about 10-15 minutes off my day every day. I could use those
especially if you got a baby on the way. Yes,
need that 15.
That's right.
So okay, so walk us through the steps. So when I did come to visit the store, and I got to watch you a little bit going through the step, and a lot of people say it looked painful, hurt, but walk us through what you do from the beginning to the end.
So first thing when a client comes in, besides taking their paperwork and giving them their consent forms, is we start them off with a pre-numbing agent. Okay. At our location, we do have a couple options with the anesthesia or the anesthetic. We have a just a regular lidocaine, just a regular pre-tattoo numb. Then we also have a medical grade numbing. So somebody who may know that they're a little bit more sensitive, they needed the extra help, but they absolutely don't want to feel anything.
Yeah.
We would normally suggest that. So we'll usually put the numbing on them for about 20-25 minutes or so.
Okay.
We'll let that sit. And then once we take them to the back work area, we take all the numbing stuff off, and then that's when we start the measuring process.
Okay.
The appointment is usually 2 hours.
Okay. 2 hours long.
About an hour of that is just numbing and measuring.
Wow.
So we actually put that much thought, that much effort, that much thinking.
Because like
and
you said, it is
math into
is the main focal point of your face.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you're not just eyeing somebody down and say, oh, I think this bra looks good on you. No, my clients are going to know that it's going to take some math, some science for me to get their brows down and to get them as symmetrical as possible. Once we do the measuring, I always do one eye first.
Okay.
Because I don't want to spend time measuring 2 eyebrows and then my client hates it. So I'll measure 1 eyebrow out for it, show it to them. I usually like to start conservatively as far as color and as far as the width of the brows.
Okay.
Just because it's tattooing, we can always add later.
Okay.
Go darker later. Go bigger later. I show it to them, and if they approve of it, then I'll go and do the sister, the other brow.
Okay.
Then that's when I actually start doing the microblading. I start using my blade and creating those natural, pretty eyebrows.
Okay.
So, and that's pretty much it. It's really quick and easy process. If you notice, if you watch any of our videos online or even anything that you've seen, you'll see that my clients are really comfortable.
They seem very
comfortable. They're not in pain, or they're not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And we also use a numbing agent during the procedure also. So once we break some skin, we use something else to really go inside of those incisions from the outline to really numb you from the inside out for the rest of the procedure. So it's virtually pretty comfortable. It's not bad.
Wow. Okay. So now that you've mentioned numbing, this portion of the show is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care at a lifetime of dental wellness. Our commitment to the finest possible oral care and overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are part of the family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable, but Dr. Baptiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure that you're comfortable. Make your appointment today with Dr. Baptiste at Elite Dental Wellness, 713-789-8680. And so you said that you are a client of Elite.
That's my dentist.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean.
Well, that is awesome. So if I read the next one, you're going to probably.
This world is so small. Yeah. I probably already feel who it is.
So, okay, we were walking through the numbing, and then you were talking about the measuring. And so then I had the video of you. Then you were going in and finish. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, so actually the clear substance that you see on that right brow, her left brow, our right, is actually that second numbing agent that's sitting on top of that and numbing her numbing her from the inside out more. So all I'm doing in this video is really filling in some gaps because she had a decent shaped brow to begin with. So she really just wanted something a little bit fuller, just something to kind of accentuate her natural shape up a little bit more, fill some gaps in. She was one of those clients who really just wanted microblading for that very reason.
Okay.
Not because she didn't necessarily have any brows, but because she had some areas she wanted to fill in, make them a little bit fuller.
Okay. So that tool you're using is kind of like a knife.
Okay, so it's not a knife.
Okay.
Okay, that just sounds so bad. It's not a knife.
Okay.
It's really just a pen that we insert a really itty bitty micro blade into. So it's the blade, very, very tiny needles on it. That actually that's what's etching those hair strokes.
Okay. Yeah. And so I'm seeing as you're going, you're basically making the hair strokes as you go down.
Right. And in her case, I'm following the flow of her natural hair strokes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what makes it look natural. That's something that you really want to make sure that your technician is good at. And that's studying the natural flow of the brow that they already have and just going with it. Because sometimes you see stuff where their brows are going this way, but strokes are going a completely different direction.
Okay. And so this part of the, once you've gotten her measurements down and then now you're actually doing the microblading, how long does the blading part? It depends on how much.
Maybe 20-30 minutes.
Wow.
Usually my clients come in, like I said, it's a 2-hour appointment. My clients are in and out in about an hour and a half.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
I just give us a little bit of extra time just in case it's taking us a while to agree on a shape or for my client to find us, even though we're pretty easy.
Yeah, to find.
But never know.
You're
Never
right.
know.
You're right. So then I saw the lady was talking about touch up. How does that work?
So it's microblading is generally a 2-step process. Your first appointment, you'll come in and we'll make your brows all nice and pretty. Between that day and about 4 to 6 weeks afterwards, your body's going to be in reject mode.
Really?
It's going to be saying, hey, this doesn't belong here. And although it is a tattoo, it's not as invasive as a tattoo. We don't go as deep into the skin as a tattoo.
Okay.
So it's a lot easier for your body to get rid of some of the pigment in certain spots. So the touch up, we usually include it with our fees. Because we want to make our clients obligated to come back for that perfected appointment. Okay, because that second appointment is what we call the perfected appointment. Okay. That's where we go in and see where the client may have lost some strokes or lost some pigment, and we want to make sure we put it back.
Okay.
And then after that, 8 to 12 months is when we suggest they come back for an annual touch-up.
So is there any swelling?
No swelling.
No swelling. Okay. So you said, let's talk about some common questions that people have. What do you said? Does it hurt? Of course.
Does it hurt is a good question. Although, again, a lot of our clients, as you've seen in our videos, they're not in any discomfort. But I will say, I mean, it doesn't tickle. It is a tattoo. Some people are a little bit more sensitive than others. Some people say it was a cakewalk. Some people say it was just a little uncomfortable. Some people say all they felt was pressure. Some people say the plucking hurt worse. So everybody's different. I had a lady today. I think she was just being dramatic. But she did feel a little bit more than somebody I would normally, a normal client. The bonier you are in this area, the more it's going to be a little bit more sensitive. If you just have sensitive skin, it may hurt a little bit more. But I haven't had anybody quit. Okay. Nobody's been like, I can't do it. It's not that bad.
Okay. And then how do you pick out the color?
So the color is a big deal. Ideally, when it comes to color, we want to try to match our clients' pigment to their natural eyebrow hair or to their natural roots, because what you'll see a lot of is people have dark roots but they dye their hair. And
That's
they
true.
say, oh, give me that light, give me this blonde brow. Well, I can't tattoo blonde on you and it may not look good. So as a technician, my goal is to give you I call it the God-given brows that you don't have.
Okay.
If you did have them, how would they look? And they wouldn't be blonde.
That's true. That is true. So I have to know, back when Instagram first started and everybody had the Instagram brow, were you scrolling like, I could do something about that?
You know what? I think that you're talking about where it's like just ombre, like super, super light, and then like that concealer on the bottom and the top. Okay, let me tell you. Number one, microblading is intended to give you a natural, God-given brow that you don't have. Okay. I even tell my clients, do not throw that pencil away. Okay. If you still want to have the Instagram brow, go for it. Okay. If you want to make your brows darker, if you're getting your makeup done and you just want them darker, really cleaned up, use the pencil. The idea of microblading is to get up in the morning. I got to go drop the kids off. I got to go to the grocery store, but I got to draw my eyebrows first. That's what microblading is eliminating. Okay. Is the need to have to do that. Okay. It's also eliminating it's giving you more time to sleep in. That's true. For that very same reason. Okay. It's getting the extra little 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes in some cases. It's giving you that back. Okay. But I tell people, don't let microblading replace the pencil. Okay. Still keep it. I still have mine. I've probably been using the same one for the last year. But I literally only use it whenever I'm doing my makeup, like made up, like dolled up. I'm going out to dinner. I'm going to a party. I'm going to, whatever. That's when I use my pencil. Because even right now, I don't have on any makeup. I have on my brows, my lashes, and a little lipstick, because you said wear some lipstick tonight. So,
riveting content.
But that's literally it. That's it.
Wow. Now, I was looking through some pictures. Do you do lips too?
We do lips. Okay. Now, when people say lips, I don't mean lip injections. Okay. I do all the permanent makeup. Okay. So the eyeliner, the lips, the beauty marks. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, so she's giving us everything, how to do it, what happens when she get there, how long it's gonna last. Hit us with the prices.
So the prices, now here's the thing about prices.
Okay.
It is going to cost you.
Okay, because you said it lasts 24. It could last.
It can last up to a year or longer.
That's a good.
It's an investment. Anything on your face needs to be an investment, not a discount. Okay. It takes a skill. It's art.
Yes.
Pay the money for it.
Right.
We charge from $400 to $600.
Okay.
Okay. This price is going to include that touch-up.
Ah.
Okay. Some people are out there and they say, "Oh, I charge $250. Come get your brows done by me," and then they come and then it's another $250 for the touch-up.
Ah.
So they got you with the cheap
$250.
price, right? But then for that touch-up, it's gonna cost you again. Our price is $400 to $600, including the touch-up. I want you to be obligated to come back for me to perfect your brows.
Okay.
I don't want half-done brows walking around.
Right.
Okay. But if you think about it, that's really not a lot.
It's not.
Considering what we pay for our nails over the course of a year,
That's true.
what we pay for our lashes over the course
That's
of a year,
true.
what we pay for our weave over the course of a
That's
year.
true. That's
our
one
hair,
bundle.
our haircuts.
Yeah.
Okay. Our Botox, whatever beauty regimen or beauty upkeeps you have, enhancements you have, you spend a lot more than $400 to $600 over the course of a year.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
So it's a little pricey maybe for a one-time payment to some, not to all, because my
Right.
clients aren't complaining. But when it comes to the price, it may sound like a big number, but it's really not.
Right.
This is your face.
Right. Right.
Okay, you can go and spend $150 at Brows by whoever if you want to, but your end result is going to reflect that.
Different.
So if you don't want to get a bad job done, make the investment.
And like you said, time is money.
Time is
and
money.
if you're shaving off 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes off my time daily, plus the money that I go spend every other week at the eye salon, I mean, getting my eyes
Absolutely.
plucked or
You're saving an appointment.
yeah, you save
You're saving an appointment.
That's time too. Yeah, I can
But
definitely see what
I
you're
think
saying.
more importantly, the confidence that it brings back to some women who lost their brows to whatever medical issues. I think that's priceless.
Yeah, that is priceless. You are right. I definitely agree with you on that. And while you're talking about being priceless, did you know this? Gary hates the way I bring these. I
Let me
don't
see.
have no way to. How am I supposed to do it, Gary? How? Okay, fine. Okay. This portion of the show is sponsored by the Sphere. You know,
Woo,
the Sphere.
I do know. Look, that's 3 for 3.
Are you starting a business or looking for a place to advertise? Are you looking for a place to advertise? Do you need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivering platforms, including iTunes, Google Play Store, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States as well as the modern countries across the globe. Our rich content and inspired dialogue coupled with your strategic ads is surely to hit the mark every single time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send your email over to advertise@thesphere.tv to get your company or business advertised. So lastly, in segment 3, we wanted to talk about training, right?
Yes.
You train golf, so it's natural that you would go out and train in microblading. Tell us about that.
I really do think that I have like a niche for teaching. 'Cause even with golf, I think it was just the way that I teach. My students really grasp to whatever it is that I'm teaching. They are able to really show with their work. We decided to do teaching in January. So I just started this business a little over a year, and we started the teaching portion of it in January. It's been booming. We've really been booming, and students are signing up and taking our course. What's important to me with the course is it's a 3-day course.
Okay.
The first day is usually they're stuck to my hip. My students are with me throughout the day. I have 4 full clients walking in that have different situations going on.
Okay.
I want my students to see the scenarios and how to correct it.
Okay.
We go over sanitation, cleaning, setup, breakdown, everything from beginning to end. How I interact with my clients, the legalities. Okay. Because we're dealing with blood and with tattooing, there are some legalities that you have to stay in line with the state of Texas or any state that you're in. The second day is usually bookwork practice. Okay. Before my students go live on their models, we spend a whole day practicing. This picture is my students. I'm demonstrating for my students this client's situation. We do a lot of book work, a lot of the whys to everything that they saw on the first day. And the third day, our students go live with the actual model.
They bring their own model?
So we provide them with a model.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have people that sign up to be a model.
Okay.
And they know they're getting it done by a student, but I am there hands-on.
Okay.
Okay. When I got my training, it was a really big class, so I didn't really feel like I had that one-on-one, personable,
Okay.
So I keep my classes relatively small, no more than 6 people. And the reason for that is because I want to make sure that my students are getting the attention that they need. Some students need more attention than others. So I want to make sure that I'm able to give that to them.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun in our classes. I'm a stickler on, if you have fun, then you retain a lot more information.
Okay.
Even in my golf lessons. If you're enjoying the time instead of looking at the watch go by, then you're going to be retaining a lot. A lot of times my students are like, dang, it's already time to go. Or it's already 3:00. Jeez, we just got here. And that's because I want to give them an experience at Mpressive Faces. I want them to take home obviously all the information that I'm giving them, but also when they leave, they have my personal cell phone number. Our relationship doesn't just end there at the class.
Okay.
I encourage my students to send me pictures. If you have a question about what to do in this situation, send me a picture. Or how can I critique your work? Send me a picture.
Okay.
As long as my hands are not in gloves and on a client, it's usually on my phone. So I'm pretty good about responding and helping my students. You can use our studio after you graduate. If you don't have your own place yet, you can use our studio.
Okay.
And I just think it's because I'm not really worried about competition.
Right.
And putting competition out there. I'm more so, hey man, there's a lot of money in this.
Yes.
And there's a lot of opportunity in this. I got to share this with some people in my city. So I went to California, learned how to do it, but I said, let me take this back home to Houston.
Okay.
And really share what's going on and what we can really be doing out there, because Houston's a big city. There's enough to go around for everybody plus
You're
some.
right about that.
So I just want to make sure that I'm sharing and giving back and really letting people know that, man, there's a lot of people out there that need their brows fixed. So let's do it.
So do you, for a specific, if someone wants to come in and take your class, do you want them to have had some sort of makeup experience or tattooing experience?
Not at all. I had no experience.
Okay.
I came from swinging a golf club to putting a blade on somebody's face. Okay. And we promote and we tell people, are you already in this field? Are you looking to make a change in your career? Okay. So you don't need experience. If you can color between the lines, as long as you've passed pre-K art class or first grade art class, then you can pass microblading. Okay. It's coloring in between the lines.
Okay. And so you have a class coming up.
We do have a class coming up this Monday. This Monday class is actually full, but we do have space still available in our June 21st or 19th through the 21st and 26th through the 28th. Okay. And then we'll be releasing our July classes in the next couple of days.
Okay. So now a lot of this, have you seen a lot of your students go on to try to open businesses?
Absolutely. A lot of them are already making a lot of money and doing great. I follow their Instagrams and I keep up with them and I commend them on all their work. You know, I'm like, great job. This looks good. Or sometimes I'll notice somebody didn't protect their work and I'll send them a text, hey, don't forget to protect your work. So I'm very still there with my students. But some of them have already opened up businesses, and I've had students from California, from New York, from Tennessee, from Massachusetts that fly to Houston to train with me.
For the 3
days. And they're taking it back
Mm-hmm.
to their cities and doing great things with it.
You know what? We did not talk about the history before. We were supposed to talk about that, but I do want to know, where did this come from?
I mean, tattooing of the eyebrows has been around for years and years and years. And of course, the Asians started all that great stuff. So what's happened over the course of the last couple of years, because microblading has actually been around for a couple of years. Okay. It's just now becoming really popular. Okay. So it's probably been around maybe the last 3 to 5 years or so. Okay. But all they did was really innovative redoing of the tattooing of the brow. Somebody said, hey man, if we put some needles in a row, it's going to create a hair-like stroke or it's actually going to help it look more real. So that happened in the last, like I said, 3 to 5 years. But of course the agent started with tattooing of the brows.
Okay. All right. So what's next for Mpressive Faces?
What's next is we're still doing our courses.
Okay.
We're ready to we're launching our advanced courses in July.
Oh.
So with the advanced courses, that's going to include all the permanent makeup. That's going to include your lips, your eyeliner, your beauty marks, your corrections, your color correctors, camouflaging. That's usually when you've messed up. How do you fix it?
Okay.
We'll be doing that. And then hopefully very, very soon expanding, getting a couple
bigger
places. Yeah, a bigger place. Because now that my classes are pretty consistent, I want to make sure that we're a little more comfortable. We're in a bigger space, bigger setting. I want to have a couple locations.
And it would be nice to put some of those students in some of those.
I've already hired 2 of my students.
Oh,
So
wow.
I have 3 that work for me, 2 of which are students, past
Okay.
students.
Wow.
So absolutely.
That is
So we're
awesome.
not only we're training you, but we'll give you opportunities to start working as well.
That's awesome. So if anybody wanted to reach out to you, please tell them where to reach you. They will need Instagram, they need Facebook, they need it all. Phone number, give it to them.
We're very active on our social medias. Our Facebook and our Instagram is at Mpressive Faces without the I in the front. Hence Maggie, Mpressive Faces. Mpressive Faces on Facebook and Instagram. And then our website is impressivefaces.com. Our studio number is 832-649-4126. We are also very active. We're starting a Twitter page. Okay. We are starting a Twitter page. So this is our website. I usually update, and I've done my whole website. Everything I've done.
Wow.
Like all the social media, all the websites, I've created all of it. But I keep it pretty updated. A good thing to do is also to sign up for our news list, our newsletters. We usually send out any specials or any openings because I am pretty booked up for several months in advance. Usually if somebody wants to book with me, I tell them to just book, sign up for our newsletter. If there's an opening, we'll send an email out.
Okay.
That's why we don't have a waiting list or anything because it's a lot of people who will be on that waiting list. So we just say sign up. Some of my girls, they have specials like Bella, one of my brow techs. She has a special going on right now. I think it's $50 off. But yeah, we have really cool contests sometimes.
Okay.
We have actually, I should say this, we have a scholarship. It's called the Denise Vilme Noel Scholarship for one of our classes coming up. And the application enrollment or the application is open right now.
Okay.
So people can go to our website and go to the link that says scholarship application and apply for that. And that's to take one of our courses.
All right. That is awesome. Now, the only thing you didn't tell them is where you're located.
We are located about 3 miles south of the Galleria, right off of 59 and Fondren in the Arena Towers.
Yes, very, very easy location, guys.
Right off the freeway.
Yes, right. I'm telling you, no problems. So, of course, if you want to reach me, I am at Instagram at ESSM1 and then Twitter, ESSM1. You know what, Gary? I want to change that Twitter to Facebook because I don't really use the Twitter too much. And so, and then, of course, did you guys know that we have a brother show called G for Gents? We have a whole show for guys now.
Wow.
Yeah, and it just came out and they have 3 episodes now, and it's talking about men and their fashion. And yes, child, my husband watched all 3 of those episodes, and I'll be damned if we were not in Macy's on Sunday buying chino pants and buying but I was like, okay, so we really gonna be spending all this money because you watch all 3 of these episodes. But he's like, my whole wardrobe needs to go because I need to buy. I'm serious. So the show is really, really good, guys. There's a lot of information on this show, and they just give some good information. And then not only that, we have plenty other shows. We have Startup Masters, and they're talking about businesses. It'd be great if you could come back and talk on Startup Masters.
Absolutely.
We would love to hear you and have you on there. And then we have Active 8. We'd love to have you on Active 8. That's a fitness show where they talk about fitness, and you could talk about getting.
I was going to say, look, I haven't worked out in about a couple months. I don't know how great I'll be on that show. I'd love to come.
And then we have, of course, a la carte. That's talking about food you eat. You eat.
Man,
She
what
eat.
do I not eat is the question.
And then we have 3 Hues, Technocrats, talking about all the technical stuff that's going on. We have all kinds of shows that cross the world, cross the globe, that just answers to anybody. So yes, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the show. Don't forget to subscribe to the network, and that is at the Sphere TV. And then tune in tomorrow so you can tune in so you can see this particular show. Well, if you're watching the show, that means you're already watching the show, right? So it's www.thesphere.tv/ATB. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Now when you get those multiple locations, we want you back.
I'll be back.
You back? Okay, great, perfect. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.